So after seeing the first Sonic film, which I thought was pretty good, I wasn't in a huge hurry to see Sonic 2. It wasn't an opening weekend deal. But I did get around to seeing it because for me, anything that taps into that nostalgic feel of yesteryear, stuff that reminds me of my childhood, and believe me, Sonic the Hedgehog was a big part of my childhood. Um, you know, Early 90s to mid 90s video games were my jam. I mean, they were made for me. But yeah, anything that brings back memories of that time in my life, they've got my money, like right off the bat. I'm going to spend my money there. That's just how the world works. People love looking back to the days of their youth, or the days of old, or what have you. And Sonic the Hedgehog hits those feels for me. So I go to see Sonic 2. I take my daughter. She was really interested in seeing it. She loves the first one, seen it a million times. Like I said, for me, it was all right. It was pretty good. But I will say that Sonic 2, for me, was a lot better. And I think it's because it brought in so many more characters and did so many things that really hit me in the nostalgia feels, right? So, first off, this movie stars James Marsden. I'll never think of him as anything but Cyclops from the X-Men franchise. I'm sure other people don't feel that way, but that's who he is for me. He is Cyclops. Tika Sumpter, Jim Carrey. Let's see, Idris Elba plays Knuckles in this. Yeah, all doing a fantastic job. The stuff that I loved about this movie was, well, it was fun. The story, for one. You had Dr. Robotnik was marooned on the mushroom planet, and I loved the scene in the beginning where it's showing him on the mushroom planet. It's hilarious. And he's trying to devise a way to, escape off of this mushroom planet and make his way back to Earth. Everything inside him just wants to kill the hedgehog. That's what he is surviving for. Nothing else. So he sends off this beacon into space and ends up accidentally contacting, I think, Knuckles, the echidna. Knuckles shows up and helps him get back to Earth. So now it's Knuckles and Dr. Robotnik, and Sonic has a partner in crime too, because Tails shows up to warn Sonic of Knuckles coming to Earth. So you've got Sonic and Tails versus Knuckles and Robotnik. There's a lot of twists and turns. A lot of things happen. Some people switch sides. Some things go awry. But overall, I enjoyed this film a lot more than the first one. I thought it was more entertaining. Like I said, I think it was because they brought in so many characters. And maybe the biggest thing that I think is in the plus column for this film was what they did with Dr. Robotnik. And I don't know if it was just from criticism, from how he looked in the first film, but they went all in. Jim Carrey went all in on this role. He has a bald head. The mustache is huge and jetted out to both sides like he just got electrocuted. He's not a big fat Dr. Robotnik, but every other part of him, the goggles, everything else is Dr. Robotnik to a T. And that was probably my favorite thing about the film. I did really enjoy Idris Elba as Knuckles, and I liked how he's portrayed in the beginning. The only problem I really had with it is, they portrayed him as so powerful, so scary when he came in. It was untouchable. But then, halfway through the film, that's almost forgotten. And it's like Sonic can actually give him a run for his money, no problem. It's an even fight. And I don't know. I don't know why they portrayed him as so unbeatable in the beginning, only to take that away and just make him, pretty damn good, pretty scary. But yeah, I enjoyed it thoroughly, much better than the first. Is this a, award-winning film? No. But it's a fun romp, I would give it a B, probably. It was good. It was really good. It wasn't great, but I enjoyed it. I had a good time. My daughter enjoyed it, and we had a great time at the movies watching it. And the only reason I didn't talk about this earlier, because I actually saw it before I did my review on The Bad Guys, is just because The Bad Guys caught me off guard so much. So much so. It's like my friend had to kind of remind me by asking me what I thought of Sonic 2 that I had actually seen Sonic 2 in the same week. I usually don't see two movies in the same week, but it was a kid's spring break. We had a good time. But But yeah, anyway, Sonic 2, check it out. Wait for it on streaming, whatever you want to do. But, movie theaters are back open, man. Get out there. Go spend some money at the movie theaters. I want them to stick around. I don't want them to go to the way of the drive-in. I want to have movie theaters forever. Even when streaming is 100% taken over, I still want there to be these nostalgic theaters to escape to enjoy. It's the whole nostalgia thing again. I want to escape to yesteryear. And, one of these days it will be that. Let's go back in time and visit a movie house, right? to go see a film. Anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this take on Sonic 2, let me know what you thought of the film in the comments below. Like and share the video, all that good stuff. And if you like stuff like this, where I talk about entertainment, pop culture, and the like, then stick around and subscribe. And if you subscribe, then I will talk to you again tomorrow. Thanks.